DMT. Distract, mark, and treat. And we're going to teach you what that means and how to use it today in this lesson. Your dog has an event and their emotions are tied to this event. And it could be anything. It could be the UPS truck, could be the mail woman, it could be the kids in the box, it could be a squirrel that goes by, or those little ninja chipmunks that my dog used to bark at. It could be anything, and there's an emotion tied to that. So what our job is to do is to say, yeah, I hear you. I hear the question that the environment is asking you. Am I important? Should I be barking at this? And what we want them to know is like, Sasha, I hear you. And yes, it's okay, but we do not need to bark. Distractions are happening all over the world all the time. And it could be the truck downstairs, it could be the rabbit, it could be a squirrel, it could be the kid on the bicycles. They're there all the time. And we're going to teach that dog that I hear you. And the question that is it okay? Am I aware? Is yes, and it's okay. What is our word? Nice. I'm going to write that down for you. Nice. Why do we use the word nice? Because nice is hard to be mad at or angry or anxious. It's nice. It's calming. It's relaxing. Nice will help you to be calm, which is going to help your dog also to be calm. Now, what I want you to do is use your dog's everyday daily food allowance. Here is where all the value is. And most of us just take this and plop it on the floor and your dog eats it and you're not even in the picture. I want you in the picture. And I want you to be in the picture regularly. It does not need to be all your dog's food. Don't go crazy. But I would like it to be every day using some of your dog's daily food allowance. Let's aim for making a commitment to say 30 or 40% and grow that as you see fit. But just start doing it every day because that's where you're going to get the change happening. So ditch the bowl and do something with you and your dog. Commit to right now, write it down, how much you're going to ditch the bowl. It's going to make such a change in your life. We want to make sure that we're doing a lot of different types of things, not just one thing. There are all kinds of triggers out there, and we want to be using DMT on all of them. So when you think about it, the more your dog hears the word nice, the more they're going to be like, ooh, I love that word, nice. Something great always happens afterward. I get a delicious treat. And that's how we want them to do, so that there isn't this barking explosion. We want them to concentrate on that DMT, stop and think, oh yeah, I know this is really good. So we randomly are going to say nice to different distractions happening in the world, and we're going to feed our dog. All events are going to be DMT'd, and we're going to say that nice to make sure that your dog becomes calm and knows that food's coming. You're going to have challenging distractions, and that's okay. We're going to do the same exact thing, and what is going to be happening is the reason we're doing it constantly, there goes the UPS truck, no barking, is that your dog, if you only did the trigger, your dog is so smart that they would soon learn that that marker word means I need to be worried, instead of the word nice meaning it's okay, I can take care of it, everything's okay. So that's why it's so important to use many different things when you're doing this DMT and not just the trigger. Does that make sense? I hope so. How are we going to teach the DMT? Well, let's think about today's game. Let's talk about many times your dog is barking out the window or at the front door or wherever they bark, maybe on the deck. And we want them to understand that the reward is not for barking over there. That's not where the reward's going to come from. We want them to orientate back to us. So yes, we want them to understand there is a reward coming, but the delivery is going to be away from what the dog is barking at. So let's see how to play this game. Nice. 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 Looking at that door. Nice. She's over here. Let's grab. Nice. DMT. What are we going to do? I'm going to take her by the collar. I'm going to hold her. And I'm going to say, nice. So I'm going to have, let me bring you down. I'm going to have her by the collar. I'm going to say, my hand with the food is by hand here. I'm just going to hold my collar. I'm going to say, nice. Let go. Turn and feed. Okay? So we can see that again. You've seen me do it a couple times. And here's the really cool thing, guys, that your dog is going to just spin around behind you because the reward is always going to be behind you. And that means they get that like ping, that whip back. You say, nice, whoa, because we're DMTing everything in the environment so that nothing is more important, that we won't be using that trigger. We won't be teaching that, the bus means nice. And that means children are coming into barking because we're going to be doing it all the time. So we're going to be saying that nice means I got this. The question, is it important? Is no, it's not important. Okay, so try this. Try it at home in a safe area like I am here, and then outside, and then on your walks.